Welcome to another video. Have you ever felt it? That quiet dread, a persistent gnawing anxiety deep in the pit of your stomach, when the bills pile up, seemingly faster than you can earn, or the sudden, heart-stopping panic that washes over you when an unexpected expense hits, threatening to derail everything. It is a feeling many of us know intimately, a silent burden carried through our days. The constant juggle, the endless loop of earning just to spend, and that nagging, persistent question that echoes in the quiet moments. Will I ever truly get ahead, or am I destined to forever chase my tail? Meet Sarah. Sarah is not a character from a movie, nor is she some distant, unattainable ideal. She is every one of us, a reflection of the everyday struggles and aspirations that define modern life. She works hard, diligently putting in the hours, pouring her energy into her job, and she tries her absolute best to manage her money, to make ends meet, to perhaps even save a little. But lately, it felt like she was running on a treadmill, moving at a frantic pace, expending immense effort, yet somehow remaining stuck in precisely the same place. Her savings account, a meager collection of digits on a screen, seemed perpetually stuck in neutral, refusing to gain momentum. And the dream of a small, well-deserved vacation, or even just the simple, practical goal of replacing that worn-out couch that had seen better days, felt impossibly far away, a luxury she could only fantasize about. Then, one Tuesday morning, a small, seemingly insignificant thing happened, a tiny ripple that would ultimately create a tidal wave of change. Her car, old but reliable, a faithful companion through countless commutes, finally gave out. It was not a dramatic breakdown, but a quiet, definitive surrender. A repair bill, daunting in its sum, landed in her lap, a stark reminder of life's unpredictable nature. And it was not just inconvenient, it was a punch to the gut, a physical manifestation of her financial fragility. She looked at her bank balance, a number that seemed to mock her efforts, then at the repair estimate, a figure that felt insurmountable, and a wave of profound exhaustion washed over her. This was not just about the car, it was about the constant, relentless struggle, the suffocating feeling of being perpetually one unexpected event away from complete financial disaster. That day, something shifted deep within Sarah. A quiet resolve hardened into an unshakable determination. She decided, with a clarity she had rarely experienced, that she was tired of feeling helpless. She was tired of the treadmill, tired of the endless, fruitless chase. She knew, with absolute certainty, that there had to be a better way, a path to reclaim control, to breathe a little easier, to find a semblance of peace in her financial life. Driven by this newfound resolve, she began her quest. She started researching, devouring articles, watching countless videos, poring over blogs, looking for anything, any shred of information that could offer a glimmer of hope, a practical solution. And that is when she stumbled upon the intriguing idea of money hacks. Not magic tricks, not get-rich-quick schemes, but practical, actionable strategies that promise to make a real, tangible difference. At first, she was understandably skeptical. Could simple, seemingly minor changes really save her thousands of dollars, fundamentally altering her financial trajectory? But then, a pragmatic thought surfaced. What did she truly have to lose by trying? The alternative was to remain stuck, and that was no longer an option. Her first step was small, almost laughably simple in its execution, but it was a start. A crucial first domino in a long chain of positive changes. She looked at her lunch habits, a seemingly innocuous daily ritual. Every workday, without fail, she would grab something quick and easy from a nearby deli or cafe, often spending between $12 and $15. It felt harmless, a small, well-deserved treat, a moment of convenience in a busy day. But when she took the time to add it up, the cumulative sum was staggering, hundreds of dollars a month simply on lunches. So she made a conscious decision. She started meal prepping. On Sundays, instead of relaxing, she would dedicate a couple of hours in the kitchen, cooking up big, nutritious batches of healthy, affordable meals for the week ahead. The first week, the results were modest, but incredibly encouraging. She saved nearly $60. It was not a fortune. Certainly not enough to retire on, but it was something. It was a tangible win, a concrete demonstration that her efforts were yielding results, a small spark of hope that ignited a larger fire. Encouraged by this initial success, a newfound curiosity propelling her forward, Sarah then turned her attention to her subscriptions. She meticulously reviewed her monthly statements, a task she had previously avoided, and what she found was illuminating. She had streaming services she barely watched, forgotten relics of past interests. There was a gym membership she rarely used, its monthly fee a silent accusation, and a cable package that felt like a relic from another era, a costly indulgence in a world increasingly dominated by streaming. With a deep breath, a sense of liberation washing over her, she started cutting. She called her internet provider, politely but firmly negotiating a lower rate. Surprised by how willing they were to accommodate her, she canceled 2 streaming services without a second thought and paused her gym membership, opting instead for invigorating outdoor runs in the local park, a free and more enjoyable alternative. The immediate relief was palpable, a lightness she had not felt in years. Another $100 freed up, just like that, a sum that had previously vanished without a trace. It felt like she was finding hidden money in the cushions of her financial life, forgotten treasures waiting to be rediscovered. Next, she tackled her home, transforming it into a bastion of efficiency. She systematically swapped out old, inefficient, incandescent light bulbs for energy-saving LEDs, a small investment with long-term returns. She adopted the habit of unplugging electronics when not in use, banishing phantom energy drain. And, with a surprising sense of accomplishment, she even learned how to seal a drafty window herself with a simple weather-stripping kit, a task she would have previously paid someone else to do. Her utility bills, once a source of quiet dread and unpredictable spikes, started to shrink, becoming more manageable, more predictable. It was not just about the money saved. It was about the profound feeling of being resourceful, of taking active control of her environment, of her own destiny. The biggest, most transformative shift came when she decided to automate her savings. This felt revolutionary, a paradigm shift in her approach to money. Instead of waiting until the end of the month to see what was left over, a strategy that invariably resulted in nothing being left, she set up an automatic transfer of $50 from her checking to her savings account every payday. It was a small amount, almost insignificant on its own, but it was consistent, unwavering. She barely noticed it leaving her checking account, a tiny trickle, but she definitely noticed it accumulating in her savings, a steady, growing stream. That initial $50 felt like a tiny seed, planted with intention, and watching it grow, however slowly, however incrementally, was incredibly motivating. A constant source of quiet satisfaction. As she gained momentum, a new clarity emerging in her financial vision, Sarah started looking at her spending habits with a new discerning eye. She adopted the 30-day rule for all non-essential purchases. If she saw something she wanted, something that sparked an immediate desire, she would consciously wait a full month before making the purchase. More often than not, the initial urge would pass, dissipating like smoke, saving her from countless impulse buys she did not truly need, items that would have quickly become clutter and regret. She learned to differentiate with increasing precision between a want and a need, a simple yet profound distinction that had a truly transformative impact on her wallet and her peace of mind. Her credit card, once a source of anxiety, a looming threat of debt, became a powerful tool in her arsenal. She meticulously researched and found a card with excellent cashback rewards, a tangible benefit for her everyday spending. She then used it for all her regular expenses, groceries, gas, utility bills, strategically maximizing her rewards. And then, crucially, she paid the balance in full every single month without fail. No interest accrued, just rewards earned. It felt like she was finally making her money work for her, instead of the other way around, a subtle but significant shift in power dynamics. Grocery shopping, once a tedious chore, transformed into a strategic mission, a game she was determined to win. She planned her meals for the entire week, made a detailed shopping list, and stuck to it like glue, resisting the siren call of impulse buys. She discovered the immense power of generic brands, often identical in quality to their name-brand counterparts, but at a fraction of the cost. She learned to spot sales like a hawk, timing her purchases to maximize savings. The amount of food she wasted plummeted, a testament to her newfound efficiency, and her grocery bill, once a wild card, became predictable and significantly lower, a consistent source of savings. There were moments of frustration, of course, inevitable setbacks on any journey of transformation. Times when she felt deprived, when the allure of instant gratification was strong, or when an unexpected bill still made her wince, a reminder of past vulnerabilities. But each time, she reminded herself of the remarkable progress she had already made, the distance she had traveled. She started exploring free entertainment options, discovering the simple joys of hiking in local parks, borrowing books from the library, and having potlucks with friends instead of expensive dinners out. She found genuine joy in simplicity, in experiences that did not cost a fortune, enriching her life without emptying her wallet. The biggest hurdle, the most formidable challenge, was her debt. High-interest credit card debt felt like a heavy chain around her ankle, dragging her down, limiting her freedom. After much research, she found a balance transfer offer with a 0% introductory annual percentage rate. It was daunting, a significant financial maneuver, but she took the leap, consolidating her scattered debts into one manageable payment. Focusing on paying it down aggressively felt like shedding a massive weight, a tangible release from a long-held burden. Each payment, no matter how small, was a step towards freedom, a tangible reduction in the burden she carried, a visible sign of progress. She even started looking at her employer benefits, a treasure trove of untapped potential she had previously ignored. She realized with a jolt of surprise that she had not been fully utilizing her $401,000 match, essentially free money, a bonus for her future. She signed up immediately, feeling a surge of regret for not doing it sooner, but immense relief that she was finally taking advantage of this incredible opportunity. Sarah's journey was not about deprivation. It was about intentionality, about making conscious, deliberate choices that aligned with her long-term goals. It was about understanding, truly understanding, where her money was going. She started tracking every single dollar, not to restrict herself, not to feel guilty, but to gain clarity, to understand the flow of her finances. This clarity was profoundly empowering. She saw patterns, identified leaks in her spending, and made precise adjustments, optimizing her financial life. She learned to say no to unnecessary purchases, to social invitations that stretched her budget beyond its limits, to the subtle pressure to keep up with others, to conform to external expectations. This no was not about being negative or antisocial. It was about saying a resounding yes to her financial future, to her peace of mind, to her dreams. And then it happened. After months of consistent, unwavering effort, of small, deliberate actions compounded over time, Sarah looked at her bank account. Her emergency fund, once a distant, unattainable dream, was now robust, a comforting buffer against life's uncertainties. Her high-interest debt was gone, a heavy weight lifted from her shoulders. And that small vacation she had dreamed of, that symbol of freedom and relaxation, it was finally within reach, a tangible reward for her perseverance. The car repair that had felt like a disaster, a moment of despair, now felt like a distant memory, a catalyst that had paradoxically pushed her onto a path of empowerment and financial liberation. The thousands she had saved were not just numbers on a screen. They represented something far more profound. They represented freedom. Freedom from anxiety, freedom to pursue her dreams, freedom to breathe, to live without the constant shadow of financial worry. She was not rich, not by conventional standards, but she was in control, a master of her own financial destiny. She had transformed her financial life, not with a lottery win or a sudden inheritance, but with consistent, smart choices, one deliberate action at a time. Sarah's story is a powerful testament to what is truly possible when determination meets strategy. It is not about grand gestures or overnight transformations that only happen in movies. It is about the immense power of small, consistent actions, the quiet courage to face your finances head-on, and the unwavering determination to take control of your economic reality. Each of those money hacks was not just a tip or a trick. It was a step on her journey, a conscious choice she made to build a better, more secure future for herself. If Sarah, a regular person facing everyday struggles and common financial anxieties, could save thousands and reclaim her financial peace, so can you. It starts with one step, one hack, one decision to say, with conviction, enough is enough. I am taking control. Which of Sarah's steps resonates most with you? What is the first money hack you are going to try on your own journey towards financial freedom? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If Sarah's story inspired you, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more insights on building a life of financial freedom. Thank you for watching, and here is to your journey.